in Python. Right, I'm sharing my screen. Confirm its visibility. Yes, is it visible? Yes. Reply me. Are you able to see the screen? Yes, sir. Okay. Today we will discuss the sets and various operations associated with the sets. Tell me what is meant by a set, what it consists of. It is a general known mathematics definition. Yes. So tell me what is meant by a set. Any idea? So what is meant by a set? So these are again like a list. So we have seen the container data types. So what are container data types? They are going to store some items or elements or objects, right? So what are they? We have seen list. We have seen list. Also, we have seen dictionary, right? Now it is set or sets. So these are nothing but container data types in Python. In Python, we have various data types, right? So nothing but integer data type, sequence data type, Boolean data type, string data type. There are many. And now these are also known as container data type. Why? Because they are going to store some data. They are going to hold some data, or some data is nothing but values. It may be expressed in terms of the values, or they can be objects, also elements, right? So we have seen list and dictionary. So what is meant by a list? What are the various methods or functions related to the list? So what is the purpose of these methods or functions? What they will do? What they will do? Also, we are going to perform some operations over the list or dictionary, sets or tuple. Once we create, we need to perform certain operations. How to do these operations over these data types, right? Nothing but methods or functions. So these things we have seen with respect to the data types, that is list and dictionary. Also tuple. So we have seen another data type, also store the values or elements, nothing but type tuple. Now coming to the set or sets. What are they? Are nothing but once again, these are the this is a data type used to store multiple items, used to store multiple items in a single variable, right? If you want to create a set of fruits, if you want to create a set of vegetables, a set of prime numbers, right? So what are all these things? So the set that we define as vegetables, if you say set of vegetables, so what are the elements that this variable consists of? Vegetable, veg is a variable, veg is a variable here, and we define this as a set data type. So what this variable consists of? All the possible vegetables, right? Similarly, if you define another set called fruits, so let us define another variable, that is fruits. So what this variable consists of, this is primarily a set and it consists of possible fruits. Such as 4F9. So fruits may be apple, grapes, orange. So this is what the set consists of, right? So again, similar to any other container data type, sets also consist of or store some elements in a single variable, right? So what is it? Set is one among the 4 built-in data types. Set is one among the 4 built-in data types. 4F9. Can you please mute your mic? 4F9, mute your mic. Right? It is one among the 4 container data types used in Python. So there are only 4 data types that comes under the category of container data type in Python: list, tuple, dictionary, and set. Right? And here we are going to describe the basic property of a set, which is defined in the Python. What are the characteristics? A set is unordered. Very, very important. Set is unordered and unchangeable. So what is it? Unordered, unchangeable, as well as unindexed. So what are these three? What is by unordered? What is by unordered? So for example, you define a set of natural numbers. Let us say n equals to. So you can say that 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it may be. If you print the set n, you cannot find this order. Whatever the order you define, while defining the variable n as a set, you cannot expect the same values in the same order. Right? While printing n, you may get 3 as the first element, and 1 as the second element, and 2 as a third element, and so on. Nothing but in sets, the ordering of elements is of least bother. One cannot consider the ordering of the elements, right? That is what order. There is no order if we define a set. And the next one is unchangeable. What is meant by unchangeable? Once you define a set, you cannot modify the set. You cannot change the elements in the set. Understand? Tell me, set is a mutable or immutable?
Immutable.
No, it is a mutable. It is a mutable data type. I will tell you the reason. So that is what we cannot change the elements defined in the set. And another property, unindexed. So what is by unindexed? I cannot get n of 0 or n of 1. This indexing plays an important role in list. Right? If you define something as a list, you can access. That means a slicing. So what we said, the operation of a slicing is possible in the case of a list. Of course, in the dictionary also. So in dictionary, whatever the value you want, that you can extract independently without considering any other values in the dictionary. Whereas in sets, these are unindexed primarily. Then where comes n of 0, n of 1, n of 2? No, they are unordered and unindexed. Understand? So I can tell you slicing of this set is not possible. You cannot perform slicing operation. I want only from 0 to 5 elements. I want the elements from 6 to 10 elements for the given set. No, that kind of operation you cannot do. So what is the meaning here? You cannot perform slicing. You cannot perform slicing in sets in Python, in sets in Python, right? So these are the important properties of your sets in Python, right? What are they? Unordered, unindexed, unchangeable. So unordered, you know, unindexed, you know, unchangeable also, you know. So once we define, you cannot change the elements present in the set, but you can remove the items and you can add new items. So what is the meaning here? So if you define a dictionary, okay, if you define a list, let us say L is a dictionary, L is a list. So initially you define this L of 0 as some value. If you want to modify that element also possible, that is called mutable unknown. Set is also a mutable object or data type, mutable data type. How it is mutable? Because you can remove items present in the list, in the set. Also, you can add new items present in the set. However, you cannot modify the elements present in the set. Understand? I cannot replace orange by an apple. Instead, I can add apple into the set of fruits. I can remove the orange from the set, right? I cannot replace orange by an apple. That is what the meaning of changeable or unchangeable. So do remember, set is also a mutable object or mutable data type. So what are the operations you can do? You can remove items as well as you can add new items into the set. So this is a simple example how to define a set. A set is defined by means of, what is it? Flower brackets or flower brackets. And if it is a string, of course, you need to put it in the quotes, single quote or double quote, and each element should be separated by a comma. Right? How to define a set? So you can define an element as a set, that is S equal to, by using flower brackets, open and close. So if it is an integer data type, you can do it immediately. Right? If it is an integer data type set, you can do it no problem. If it is a string data type, so you have to use the single colon or double colon. Of course, each element should be separated by a comma. And you need to close them by a closed flower brackets, right? So this is an example. This set, how we define flower bracket opening, flower bracket closing, and the elements are supposed to be character type, nothing but string. So I'm using either single quote or double quote is allowed, no problem, right? You can use single quote or double quote, and each element, this is the first element, this is one element, this is another element, this is another element, are separated by means of comma. I cannot say this is 0th element, first element, second element. No, because there is no order and there is no index in set. So like this, you cannot represent, right? Of course, you can print the set as usual by using the print function. So we will practice it in ideally, of course. So what are set items? Set items are nothing but apple. These are the set items. These are the set items defined in this set. This set is a set. This is a set. And the items of it are nothing but, so what are the items? So this is a set. What are the items here? Apple, banana, cherry. Of course, this is a kind of fruit related set. So what are the properties of the items? They are unordered, unchangeable, okay, and do not allow duplicate values. Very, very important thing. Do not allow duplicate values. So after cherry, I cannot add apple once again. If I add apple once again, and here, of course, here I am going to end this flower bracket. So this is nothing but a duplication. Apple is already there in the set as an item. If you are adding another apple, again nothing but duplicate. So if you print, so the second apple will not be considered. You will get the items of the set as apple, banana, cherry. Understand? Of course, while creating the set, you may add a duplication while creating, but the set do not consider those duplication or duplicate values. This is what, right? So what is by unordered? Unordered means that items in a set do not have a defined order. So in the beginning, you define the set like this: apple, banana, cherry. If you print this set, you cannot expect the same order: apple, banana, cherry. Maybe banana first, cherry second, apple last, or cherry first, apple second, next item will be banana. There is no order. That is the meaning. Unordered means the items in a set do not have a specific or a defined order. They will not consider any order. And set items can appear in a different order every time you use them. That is the meaning. If you print first time, you will get the order of the items one type. Again, if you print the set, the order may change, right? Every time you use them, and cannot be referred to by an index or key. So you cannot say this set of 0, this set of 0. There is no index. You cannot call them like that, right? So what is meant by a set in Python? Of course, collection of items or values or objects. These properties you have to remember. The properties are nothing but unordered, unchangeable, unindexed. Of course, duplications are not allowed. So let us open this IDLE, and then we will see this first definition. Now, what is meant by how to define a set? So let me open Python. So let us exhibit. Let us exercise these properties. So what is the set? Let us say this set. This. Let me present my IDLE. Okay, hope you are able to see this set. So I define this by the square brackets. It is set of fruits. Say apple, orange, of course grapes, and I can say banana. Let me repeat orange once again. Okay, I defined this set. So if I print this set, print this set, is there any order? There is no duplication also. So what we are getting here, grapes comes first, orange comes next, apple comes, and of course banana. So while creating the set, I have given orange twice. This is the first occurrence and this is the second occurrence of the orange. However, when we use the set, it will consider only one orange. There is no duplication. Once again, if you try to print this set, of course, we are getting the same order. This should change, in fact. Okay. So this is unorder. Of course, unorder means you can understand you cannot expect the same order, right? And what about this set of, can I call like this? Invalid index, because there is no index, 0 for this set. So what is the set name? This set. Okay, can I call one invalid index? Okay, can I use a square brackets like dictionary and set? That's all. Set object is not subscriptable. You cannot use it. You cannot slice because there is no index. These are unordered sets, unordered, right? So these are some properties which we have seen. And let us continue this definition further. And now, see this. So what is meant by unchangeable? Set items are unchangeable. So what is the meaning? That we cannot change the items after the set has been created. You cannot modify the elements or items. No, I don't want orange. In place of orange, I want to bring pineapple. Okay, like that you cannot do. Rather, you can remove that item permanently. Okay, you can add a new item, but there is no replacing, right? Because there is no indexing. I know the position of indexing. If I know the position or indexing of orange, in the same index, I can add some new element. Okay, so what is it? Set items are unchangeable, means we cannot change the items once the set has been created. Once a set is created, you cannot change its items, but you can remove item or you can add a new item. So if you want to delete, if you want to remove orange, you can remove it permanently. If you want to add pineapple in the set of fruits, you can add that fruit. Okay. So that is what unchangeable. The next property is duplication is not allowed. So sets cannot have two items with the same value. So that is what we have seen. Of course, I defined orange twice, right? While using the set, I'm getting only once. I'm able to access orange only once from the set, right? So duplicate will be ignored simply. So this is what? Apple, apple. If you print the set, you cannot get the second apple. There will be only one apple in the set because the second one is ignored. This one may be ignored because it is a duplicate. It is a duplicate. Okay. Wait a second. So while using the set, it will ignore the duplicated items, right? And let us see some of the basic operations that we can perform over the set. First one is length of a set. What is my length of a set? I want to know how many items are there in the set. So by using the standard function called len. So better if you note down these properties, it will be useful for you. That is unordered, unchangeable, unindexing, and duplicates are not allowed. Note down these definitions. Note down these definitions. It may be useful for you. So these are the properties of the set, right? Note down these definitions. Yes. Note down these definitions. If you want, you can note down, or otherwise you can ignore it. If you want to, you can, or otherwise we will move to the next one. So length of a set. So by using the function called length, LEAN, so you can get the length. Let us move to the ideally. Let us use the function called length. Length of this set. You will get 4 because it has 4 items or elements. While creating, so what we have created, I have given orange twice. Yes, where is it? This one. So this is my set, right? While creating, this is what I am practicing. So what is it? While creating, I have how many elements? It seems to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Of course, there is one duplication. When we calculate the length, that is length of this set. So what we are getting is 4 only, because the 5th one is a duplicate value that will ignore. That will be ignored by the Python. Will not consider at all. Okay. And the next one, next operation that we can do here is set items. So let us say, so what we are doing. So what are the set items? What are the possible types of set items? Set items may be an integer. The set may consist of integer data type. It may consist of string or character type. Also, it may consist of Boolean data types. That is true, false only, right? Also, a set with strings, integer, and Boolean also possible. So let us define them. So what are the possible items in the set? What are the possible items? Let us define S1. So it may be a string. Okay. Yes. It may be an integer. So if it is integer, no need to enter the single quotes or double quotes. Similarly, a set may be Boolean type. So what is by Boolean type? It may consist of true or false. So what is it true? You can see the difference. Of course, this seems to be like a character type, but I am not giving any single quote or double quote. True, of course, and then it can be false. So if I define this inside the single quote, it becomes a string or character. Then it will not be a Boolean type. So if you ask S1, it will show that as a the items present in it. S2 will show that S3. Look here. Of course, I defined it twice. The true or false are defined multiple, 2 times each. While accessing. So what is the output? Output is a purely true or false. That's a Boolean type. So can I define a set that is the combination of all? What is it? integer, character, and let us say Boolean. Can I do this? Yes or no? Can any one of you answer this? Can I practice like this? Can I define a set like this? Will it work on any error? Yes, I can. So what we have? 1, 2, 3, A, B, but the Boolean is not appending. With that, maybe if I add false, let us check this. Okay, if I add false and define as 4, it consider only that false. There is no true. Okay, but in general, you can consider a group of everything also. A set may be of single data type uniformly, or it can be combination of many items also. Combination of different items. So I guess it will consider only false, right? So what is it? What are the possible data types in the set? What are the possible set items? What are the possible set items? What are the data types? Means so the items present in the set can be what is it? Integer, Boolean, or a string. Let us move to the next one, the set constructor. So to define a set, so what is our general practice? So I can define a variable as a set. Let us say S1 equals to. So like this, I'm going to define, right? So open clever brackets and then put the item separated by comma. So now if I check for type, what is the type of S1? It will prompt me as a set. This is one way of creation or constructing the set. We have another way by directly calling the function set. By directly calling the method set itself, you can create the set. You can create the set by calling it as a set. So this is an example. This is a set. So here I'm using the function called set. So inside this function, I'm going to enter the elements. Of course, do remember, so if you want to create something as a set by using the function set, you have to use like this. So what we need two parentheses. So this is the first one and this is the second one. So you need two brackets, two rounded brackets. This is the first one, this is the second one. Let us say whatever it is. Right? Inside the second bracket, you need to enter the items. Inside the second bracket, you need to enter the items. And the outermost brackets are for set of. Okay. So this is what the creation or construction of a set. So let us do this ideally. So what we are doing, so far we have created things like, so let us check the type of S1. You can say yes, it is a set. It is a set, no problem. So also I can create a set by using the function called set. And inside this, you need to write the elements. Okay. So now if you check SE1, yes, we have elements present in SE1, which are ABC, 34, 12, and 23. Don't worry about the order. Don't consider the order. And again, if you check the status, the type of this data type, it will be a set, right? So what is it? We have two ways to create a set. Now, two ways to create a set. One is by using the flower brackets, and the second one is by using the method or function called set directly. Okay. So next one, let us see the methods, how to add items into the set. So this is the defined set. Once a set is created, so again, you cannot change its items. So rather, one can add new items into it. So what we are doing, this is the set created by us. It consists of elements like apple, banana, cherry. I want to add a new item into this set. So how can I add this set? So what we are doing, we are calling that set name dot add. This is the method dot add of. So within that argument, you need to enter the item which you want to update to the original set, right? So let us check this. So we are going to use add option. That we will see after a few methods. Similarly, you can add sets. So what we are doing, I am creating two sets. This set tropical is the another set. To add items from another set into the current set, we are going to use the method or function called update. Using update, you can add elements of one set to another set. Okay. You can add elements of one set into the other set by using the method or function called update. Inside that argument, you need to write that new set name. Of course, you can get that result. So let us practice these two methods first, and then we will move to the next one. So what is the first one? I have created a set, that is SC1, right? I want to add some new elements, SC1 dot, and wait for some time. Yes, you can see. So these are the various possible methods or operations. Methods or functions or operations you can perform over the set. Hope, are you able to see the ideally? Yes. Are you able to see the ideally? Of course. So, wait a second. So see here, SC1, if you, because it recognizes that SC1 is a set. So the moment you put a dot, you can see all the possible operations. What are they? You can add, clear, copy, you can find the difference between the two sets, difference update, you can discard the items, you can perform intersection update, you can use membership operator, is disjoint, is subset. So that means you are inquiring with, you are comparing two sets. You are comparing two sets and you are asking yourself that is it disjoint, or is this subset of another set, or is this superset of this set. Also you can perform
Coca-Cola, Pepsi.
You can remove elements, you can find symmetric difference update, you can find union operation update. So these are the various methods or functions.
Is that clear?
These are the various methods or functions present in the set. So what we are going to do, we want to add an element into the set SE1. So I will add like this, SE1 dot, let us say 50. Now if you check the status of SE1, you can see the new item. You can see the new item 50 is added to the original set. What is the original set? SE1 is the original set. So it consists of ABC, 34, 12, and 23. Now it is added with the new item called 50, right? So this is how you can do this add operation. Also, what we can do, we can add elements of one set into the other set. We can add elements of one set into another set by using the function called update. So let us check SE1 dot, wait for some time, update, is it there or not? Update. So what do you want to update? You want to update the current set with some other new set. So to perform update operation, let us create another set, SE2. Let us create another set. I'm telling you guys, once I remove, you cannot join in the class. I'm removing one of your classmates. Okay, now I'm creating a new set. So let us say this consists of some strings or characters, some fruits. Okay. So this is what I'm adding. This is my second set, which is SE2. Now let us update the first set. So put a dot and wait for some time. You can see this SE1 dot update. So you want to update SE1 with SE2. Now you check the status of SE1. You can see all the elements. Understand? So this is the way to add the elements of one set into the other set. This is how you can add elements of one set into the other set. This is not a concatenation. This is not a concatenation. Nothing but adding elements of one set into the other set. Right? This is one of operation. So we have seen two operations so far. One is add and another one is update. So let us check the other operations present in it. So what are they? We have added. Next one, add any iterable. So what is meant by iterable here? What is meant by iterable? See here, the object in the update method does not have to be a set. Does not have to be a set. It can be any iterable object such as list, dictionary, or tuple. So what we are going to do, we are going to add the elements of a set. We are going to combine, you can say, the elements of one set and the elements are items present in the tuple, list, or dictionary to this set. Understand? We want to add the elements of this, any one of these elements or items of this into this set. Understand? You cannot, no need to update a set with another set itself. This is another important property of a set. So which means you can combine set elements with any iterable data type items. Understand? Iterable means one can modify. You can update like that. So let us say this is a set. And what about this one? This is a list. This is a list. What we are doing, I am updating the items of this list into the set. I am updating the items of this my list. Updating the items of list to the set. Okay. This is called what we can say, again another update operation. We can perform this without any problem. So let us try this. So what we are going to do, I want to update the set with any iterable data type. So let me create a list here. List equals to, let us say L1 equals to, let it be some list of some numbers once again. Okay. Also consists of some characters. Now I want to update this SE1. You just give that a dot and hold, wait for some time. You can see all these possible operations that can be performed over the set. Update. So this time I want to update the set with L1. Yes, no problem. You can see LE1 now, right? This is the operation available in the case of what is it? In the case of set only, right? So I'm going to stop the discussion. I will join once again. Okay, I'm